Thanks for tuning in to the KRVN Sports Podcast page, your home for all of the local broadcasts produced by KRVN Sports. This page and the playback is brought to you by Hoegemeyer Hybrids, raising the bar on yield performance. For KRVN Sports, I'm Jason Jorgensen. UNK women's basketball has added longtime former Sterling College head coach Casey Bassett to the Lopers coaching staff for next year. Now she replaces Josh Burt, who left the Lopers to take over the program at Southwestern College in Kansas. And Bassett is looking forward to this opportunity in Kearney.
Just very excited. Just the timing was right. I've known Coach Drew and Nicole for over 10 years, and the opportunity came up. And like I said, timing was right, and super excited to get on campus and to help in any way I can.
I think you've lived most of your life in Kansas, right? So moving to Nebraska will be a change.
It will, yes. I was an Army brat growing up, and so I moved a lot as a kid. And then in third grade, we moved to Kansas, so I've been in Kansas since third grade. But yes, moving to Nebraska will be different, but ready for a new adventure, so it'll be nice too.
You've been a head coach. Now you'll be an assistant. What's your thoughts on making this change and joining the Johnsons?
Yes, I was an assistant for 7 years under a Hall of Fame coach to start my career. And then, like you said, a head coach. Just looking to learn as much as I possibly can, jumping from NAI to NCAA and learning from Drew and Nicole. And just really excited to contribute just in any way I possibly can, just to continue to elevate the Loper program. You know, getting fourth last year in the MIAA, hoping to do better this next season and continue just to help and be good.
At Sterling, you have had all kinds of success, sustained success for numerous years. When you look at yourself, what do you think maybe are some of your strengths that you now bring to UNK?
We had some success, definitely attribute that to just the players that I was able to coach, just really high character student athletes. And yes, I would say that I love player development. I love taking players, out of high school or junior college and just helping them get better, particularly guards. And so I'm really looking forward to that. We at Sterling College played a super up-tempo style of basketball too. Really pushing the ball. I was a point guard when I played, and so I loved just getting the ball up the floor and shooting layups. That's shooting high percentage shots and shooting a high, 50% and higher from the field. And so if I can contribute and help in that way, just to help push the ball a little bit faster and help offensively and whatever I can contribute defensively, definitely looking forward to that.
What are your thoughts when it comes to recruiting in this part of the country?
Well, definitely have had some success in the Kansas area. A lot of my student athletes were from Kansas, but definitely Midwest. Have had just a taste of it. I've already done a little bit of recruiting for the Lopers here recently. Nebraska has such good basketball. We played the GPAC a lot when I was at Sterling, and it's one of the best NAIA conferences in the country, if not the best NAIA conference in the country. And so I know that there's a lot of good players from Nebraska and Minnesota, Iowa, and just really excited to continue to recruit and learn, just the recruiting in NCAA and recruiting some of those higher caliber kids, and just learning how to do that, and maybe not as recruiting as many kids. I had 25 to 30 on my roster, and so a JV and a varsity team. So learning and not having to recruit as many student athletes is something I'm really looking forward to as well. I'm
sure living in Kansas, you're pretty familiar too with what the MIAA looks like.
Absolutely. No, having Newman and Emporia, Fort Hays has been a juggernaut, and then having Coach Hobson being at Hastings for as long as he was. And Washburn, we played Washburn this past season in an exhibition game. Yes, just a fantastic conference overall, one of the best in the country. So very excited to join that conference as well.
Were you just kind of looking for a different challenge here at this point in your career?
I really was. I spent 22 years in Sterling as a player and then as an assistant and then as a head coach. And all I know is Sterling. And like I said, this opportunity arose. I've been in the running for some head coaching D2 positions and just didn't obviously get those, and stayed in contact with Drew Nicole and respect them a lot. And I, ironically turned 40 this past February and just ready for something different. I've had a lot of success at Sterling and just felt like this was the right time to take this leap. And I love to learn. And so it was comfortable and it was, I wouldn't say easy at Sterling by any means because it's not easy. But I was very comfortable and just ready to kind of get out of my comfort zone and learn something new and continue to grow in different ways.
And that was new UNK women's basketball assistant coach Casey Bassett. She had spent the past 11 years as a head coach at Sterling College, and during that time, she had a run, amassing 231 wins with 4 20-win seasons, 2 30-win seasons, 6 trips to the NAIA National Tournament, and she led Sterling to 3 conference championships, and she was named the NAIA National Coach of the Year and was a 4-time Coach of the Year by the Kansas Basketball Coaches Association. For KRVN Sports, I'm Jason Jorgensen.